we got on the screen with us today, blessing the Welterweight podcast, Grammy nominated guy right here, my guy.
One of the greatest lyricists of all time.
Ooh.
All time.
Okay.
Royce, the 5'9".
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, boss?
Thank you guys for those kind words, man. I feel like I'm on the Jumbotron right now.
You lightweight is.
It's not the Summer Jam screen though, so nothing nefarious is gonna happen.
And the throne fitting in though. The throne fits in.
Yeah, I'm stunting.
Yeah. We see you. So listen, man, we're gonna talk a little bit of boxing with you right quick, and then of course we're gonna talk about my fight with Terrence Crawford, which I know that you're really excited about and looking forward to. And then real quick, and then we'll introduce something that you and I got going on that we decided to collab with real quick, and then we'll get you on your way. But we thank you for coming on with us.
Thank you for having me, man. It's an honor and a privilege.
I gotta ask you what you think about Boots Ennis.
Man, come on, man. That dude is scary, man. He's scary. I mean, is he a natural welterweight?
Well, you think he bigger?
He just seems big. I've never seen him in person. He just seems big.
He's a natural welterweight.
He's a natural welterweight.
Yep.
I mean,
he's not fighting down and he's not fighting up. He's a natural welterweight.
He could probably, I wouldn't be surprised if he becomes champ at 54 and then 60. I stood next to him. I'm 6'1". We were damn near the same size.
He's a big kid.
He's gonna last at 47 for a while though.
Without taking him, it won't hurt him.
Yeah, no, he's gonna do that for a while and then he'll move up to 54. What's scary about him?
I think the division is his. It's his after y'all move on.
What's scary about him?
I mean, there's nothing that he really can't do. So he got bombs in both hands.
Yeah.
He got bombs in both hands. He punched with conviction with both hands.
He do.
I mean, he can do everything good, man. He's fast. You know what I mean? He's smart. His ring IQ is high. He seems sharp. He don't seem like his lifestyle seems to correspond with, you know what I mean? Like with where you need to be mentally as a fighter. He seemed focused in that area, which, you know, that's a problematic area for young fighters. And he wants it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, we haven't seen him get tested, but man, just looking at skill and nothing else, that's scary shit to look at.
Pass the eye test.
Yeah.
Hey, Royce, I know you used to like Roy Jones back in the day. Shawn was saying he feels like Boots has some of that Roy Jones-esque, you know, talent or whatnot. Do you feel that way too?
I can see the comparison. I can see the comparison just because of the athleticism. I mean, he's like, you know, Roy had this like, he had this thing where he's real good at like determining distance. You know, it would seem like he's like out of punching range. It would seem like he's like really far from the fighter. Then next thing you know, he's throwing a hook where he's like jumping.
Yeah.
Kind of like how it feels. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like Boots has that kind of like that way of being able to determine distance. You know what I mean? And then he's just real athletic, man. You know what I mean? Like real light on his feet. I definitely see the comparison.
Hey, can you call your boy Tony Harrison up? Tell him we got to get this Charlo Tony 3. Man, that was everything it was for boxing.
Charlo want to do it? You think he want to do it?
Nah. That boy, he gave him problems. He made him work for it. He knocked him out in the second one, but hey, that Detroit was coming out. My boy is entertaining.
Tony is a pure fighter, man.
Yeah.
He's a pure fighter. I think he's underrated.
Have you seen Tony work? Have you seen Tony train? Have you ever seen him train?
Nope.
Okay. No. I know some people who have been in camp with him, and they said the exact same thing. They say he's a pure fighter. Like he's in training, and training's different from fight. But they said the guy I was talking to said I'd never spar with anybody that boxes like him. He says like you never knew when he was gonna punch. He was always aware defensively. It was hard to touch him and catch up with him. He's like, I don't know what to say about him. He's just a pure boxer. Like he can box. I was like, yeah, that's what Tony looks like on fight night. If he can, you know, manage those storms that comes his way. But yeah, he's a pure fighter. You're right.
I think it's just a chant.
Yeah.
He got all the rest of the tools. He definitely got the heart, got the conditioning. He got everything else. I just think You touch them the wrong way, and it's just like
Start breakdancing.
You can't really determine that. You know what I mean? Like who can go to the gym and work out their chin?
Right.
Yeah. Top 5 trash talker in the game, in my opinion.
Oh man,
So
easy.
We mentioned Boots. Who are some of the other guys right now in boxing you like watching specifically?
Shawn, of course, but I like Earl. I like Danny Garcia a lot too. I like Danny Garcia. Canelo is up there for me. I like both the Charlos. I was a big Danny Jacobs fan. I think he kind of underrated.
Yeah.
I think Lomachenko is cool.
Don't get him started.
I like Teofimo. I like Tank.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. You gotta like the future of boxing.
Yeah. I think that performance that Shakur just put on, that's like he drew his line in the sand with that performance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I actually have been waiting for that this whole time. Like as I've been following them, because I know it came with a little bit of controversy, Sean. Like your take on the Devin Haney fight, not even to open that back up. I kind of had the same position on that. I was just really, really concerned with the way that he reacted to getting hurt. I was worried about him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know how telling that is because he's so young.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I don't. I don't think it's telling. I think it's. I think it was a learning experience for him, and like I said, none of us want to have those experiences. If you do have them, the best thing to do is what happened to Devin. He had 2 rounds to go, and he weathered that storm, and he got out of the ring. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna show itself in the future where he may get caught with a really good shot, and we see him take it, and we might be a little surprised based on the way he took that shot from Linares. But for the most part, I got a feeling that those heavy shots, or not heavy shots, but those clean punches that he may take, because he's tough to touch in the first place.
Yeah.
So those popping shots that he may take in the future, he'll take them much better. And I think that'll again he'll be proving things to the audience as it happens.
Who is one rapper you don't want to see in the ring? You versus who? Who don't you want to see?
In the boxing ring?
Yeah.
50 Cent.
That's probably a good call. That's a good call.
Emmanuel Stewart said he could box back in the day.
Yeah, 50 could fight, man. But he's big. He's tall and he's big. You know what I mean?
I was thinking Freddie Gibbs based on the height. Think you break him down? It's a Midwest battle, Indiana versus Michigan.
I feel like I could beat any rapper in the ring.
Oh man!
Ooh, look at him and look at him. Didn't even smile. Like, just why are you so serious? Why are you so serious?
Nah, I mean, I wouldn't get in the ring with him. You know what I mean? Because my days of getting punched in the face are over with. You know what I mean? Like that part, I don't. I like hitting pads and bags. I don't like actually getting punched.
Hey Royce, when people try to get tough with me, I say, hey, I'm a taxpaying citizen now. I ain't about none of that no more. Hey, those days are over. Back in you caught me 10 years ago, yeah, whatever. But now, nah.
But if we did like a tournament, a friendly tournament with all the rappers, I think I would be in the top. I think I would be definitely in the top class.
Yeah.
You looking to the left and right like who I got in the studio with me right now. I can whoop all these cats.
But it makes sense. I mean, you're coming from Michigan. That's where so many of the great fighters have come from. Why do you think that is, Royce? What is it about being either from Detroit or just Michigan, period? Hearns and Mayweather and Clarissa Shields and
Midwest.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know what it is, man. Maybe it's something in the water. Maybe we gotta we gotta pick up where some of the greats have left off. You know what I mean? It's the same with music. You know, I get that same question with music. Just coming from the Motown era. You know what I mean? It's like basically big shoes to fill. Having Crunk boxing gym in Detroit as a kid, that obviously played a part. You know what I mean? Like a gym that historic. And then my uncle was a fighter, a professional fighter. You know what I mean? So I paid attention to it in a different way. And I think it's the same in like Philly, New York, places like that. So I guess that's really attributed to.
Yeah, y'all got one of the Great Lakes. Cleveland got one of the other ones.
Yeah. Shout out to Lake Erie, the best lake of all of them.
That's where the water is. That's where the water is.
Hey, don't comment on it. Let them go.
Give us your thoughts on I'm gonna speak like I ain't here on Porter Crawford.
Hey, you answer that.
Give us your thoughts on Porter Crawford.
Well, the fans are gonna win that fight. Like the fans are gonna win that fight. It's not gonna really be a loser in that regard. But I'm just glad that it's happening. First of all, I'm glad that it's like the two guys with the biggest hearts in the division. You know what I mean? And it's like it's been too long where it seems like two promotion companies can't seem to come to some agreement to make the fights happen that people want to see. Shawn, you always the equalizer. You always the guy that's stepping up and just, you know what I mean? Like switching everything around and kind of like just disrupting shit. And it's kind of like you calling out both those situations to let them know that these fights can be made. Mm-hmm. And you stepping up to the plate when other people, I think, don't want to. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to be, respectfully, both you guys' toughest fight that you've ever fought. And I can't tell you how it's going to go, man. I really can't. I really can't. All I know is I'm glad I ain't got to be in there. Mm-hmm. That's all I know.
Same.
Hey, Royce, I got hyped about this fight when I seen Gamboa hurt Crawford, and Crawford just looked at him like, let's go. And when Shawn got dropped by Earl, and Shawn got up and said, looked at Earl, said, let's go. I was like, okay, I know what I'm getting this fight. Yeah. These boys got heart. They're about to give it everything they got. And it's about to win this one.
It's going to be I think it's going to be a lot more technical than people are thinking about, you know.
Absolutely.
I think when you think of Shawn, especially when you look at like the casual fans, the first thing they think is, oh yeah, he's gonna go in there, he's gonna just muscle them, he's gonna make it real dirty and shit like that. But he didn't do that with Earl. He boxed the shit out of Earl, boxed the shit out of Keith. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what Shawn is gonna do. You know what I mean? I feel like I know with Bud, he's gonna get in there and he's gonna make whatever adjustments he feels he needs to make. I think that's one of his biggest gifts, his ability to be able to adjust and, you know, his critical thinking, like in those moments. Mm-hmm. So it's just gonna be interesting to see, you know, both of those things clash. You know what I mean?
And so you and I actually, the first time we really connected was when I was promoting my fight with Errol Spence Jr. We had a good conversation, and we kind of was bouncing some ideas off of one another about promoting boxing, promoting big fights, and where's the target audience. And you know, I think that we were able to unlock some keys and some doors in that sense, and it actually gave me the energy to go to Sway before coming back from DC. I told my dad, hey, we got to go to New York and do Sway before we go back to the West Coast. And my dad says, why? It's like, we got to touch that audience. We got to let everybody know that this big fight with Errol Spence Jr. is happening. And so thank you for that. Thank you for that conversation that we had. It really, you know, a lot of people talk about how I promote fights and how I know how to promote fights. And it's like, you don't learn how to do it overnight. Yeah. And depending on who you are, if you understand that you should ask for guidance, and if you got the right people to reach out to, you may get some nuggets. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So Royce gave me some nuggets way back, and that had to be 2018. And then so now we've flipped it around, and your guy Tom and I have become real cool over the last 6 months or so. And Tom says, he says, I really want to help you promote this fight. Let's see if Royce is on this. And we have started Shawn, Royce, and Tom Uncut. And that's going to be on Say What Media Presents on all of the podcasting platforms. And then on YouTube, it's just Say What Media. And so what I'm going to be doing is talking to Royce once a week through the rest of this camp, and really kind of giving everybody that in-depth perspective of what it means to go through a championship training camp and have that championship walk all the way to the fight. So
the new slaughterhouse, some would say.
Something like that.
So Royce, the question is, who is more of an honor to work with? DJ Premier, Shawn, or Slaughterhouse? Because I mean, that's a Mount Rushmore right there.
I got
or Eminem.
Nah.
Come on, man. Y'all.
It's Primo.
Y'all make
It's gotta be Primo, right?
No.
Yeah, I didn't get to get in the ring with Shawn like Charlamagne did. So
Look at him. Look at him. We can make that happen. We can make that happen.
no,
Royce will do better than Shawn.
Royce has got great family he's got to take care of.
I was looking at that shit, thinking to myself, why is Charlamagne? Yeah, but no, it's an honor to work. It's an honor to work with all of them, man. Like it's you know, like I love all of them for different reasons. You know what I mean? Like it's always great, man, to be able to work in close proximity with people that you respect. You know, people that you respect. You know, I respect what Shawn does. I respect what Marshall does. I look up to Preem as my OG. You know, I wrote letters to D&D Studios before I even had a record deal. So just every moment around that guy is just surreal anyway. You know what I mean? So it's just a blessing. It's just a blessing. So, you know, when me and Shawn do our thing, I want to ask you, Shawn, all of the tough, well, not the tough questions, but just the questions to people that I think people want answers to.
Right. So we did an episode. I think we're gonna drop this episode. Ooh, when are we dropping this episode? The first episode.
Suspense. Who knows?
Yeah.
The question.
Stay tuned.
That's a good
Coming
question.
up. It's
Coming soon.
coming soon.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
I never know these things. Let me see.
Yeah.
Also, I
we-
saw
we-
Joel Ortiz has an album coming soon, so feel free to throw that in there as we're trying to transition here. Is Joel's album out?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the Yawa.
Yeah. I'm a big Joel fan.
So the first episode will be out this week. To cut it right there, but it should be coming out like I thought we were gonna do Monday, but then we ended up doing our thing. Today's Monday, so we had to record our show Monday, so maybe even Wednesday, or maybe even
Maybe
Tuesday,
Thursday,
so.
Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
Be looking for
Stay
it.
tuned.
We
Day that
appreciate
ends
you
in
for your
AY.
time, Royce.
Can I get
Yeah,
one more
no,
to
you
it,
got.
Royce?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Royce, it's been hard not to drop some of your quotables, you know, getting to talk with you, but
He'll be back.
But like I told you before the show, man, for what it's worth, you know, Death is Certain, not just one of the great rap albums, but just one of the great albums in music. And then I love how, like, a decade apart, Success is Certain. Like, that's just a beautiful story. And you got so many great albums, but which one's your favorite, man? Is it Death is Certain, or what would you say it is?
I had an album called Book of Ryan. I created that album. That album is created to be my favorite because it's my self-defining album. I feel like every artist should have that one. And that's that one for me. Usually artists do those kinds of albums first that define who they are. It took me 15 plus years to be able to open up in that way, you know, so I'm definitely the most emotionally invested in that album, but I love them all for different reasons. Death is Certain I can't even listen to because it just takes me to a time and into a place that I don't like going to, and which is a good thing and a bad thing. The bad thing is I don't get to listen to it. The good thing is I must have did my job. I must have hit my target on that because
There you go.
you know.
Should have won album of the year last year, in my opinion, for The Allegory, but this is my 2 cents.
Thank you. I got snubbed.
Hey, to the genre, you're Thanos.
I'm just kidding. I feel like they owe Nas reparations.
There were a lot of good nominees last year, to be fair. There was no slouch albums in there. But
All right, Big Royce, we got a job to do, man. We're going to let you go. We appreciate you. And again, stay tuned. Say What Media presents on all of the podcasting platforms. Say What Media on YouTube. You'll see Shawn, Royce, and Time Uncut. And that'll be kind of the whole me going to the fight. You're going to see it all. You're going to hear it all right there on Shawn, Royce, and Time Uncut. Thank you, Royce. What's up? I'm Showtime, Shawn Porter.
I'm Ant. Follow me on IG, Ant with 2 T's. Let's do it. Let's do it again.
All right. Just introduce yourself.
Okay.
And then you tell them what to do. I'm Showtime, Shawn Porter.
I'm Anthony Brenagh.
Carson A. Merk. Like, subscribe, comment.
This is the Porter Way.